Top of the afternoon. New week, new day, new journey. All right, piano stretches. So these are just mini exercises that I have compiled, just stretching myself with daily. Trying to become a better musician. So trying to just find different things that I like and I want to learn and just kind of, stretch myself with it, get it on my fingers and stuff. So, all right. So for today's stretch, I'm going to visit that sus chord again that I kind of worked on the other day. So the sus chord pretty much could be used as a substitute for the 5 chord, or you could substitute it for the 2-5 in a 2-5-1 progression, or just if there's a 2-5 progression, you can always use a sus chord. So, all right, so let's break it down. All right, so let's say that I am in the key of C major. So the 2-5-1 in C major is going to be D minor 7 to a G dominant 7 to a C major 7. So 2, 5, 1. So pretty much with that sus chord, instead of playing like a dominant chord as the 5, I can play a sus chord. So for example, I could play something like that. I like it sound better down here. Nope. Like that. So instead of playing the G dominant chord, something like I can play the sus chord, where it's like. Alright, so break it down. So a quick breakdown of that. The way that I find the sus chord, there's one way I was taught. So the one way I was taught was you take the root of the 5 chord. So in the key of C, the root of the 5 is going to be G, and you play a whole step triad below that. So a whole step below G is going to be F. So my right hand I play the F chord or the F triad. That's how I get that G sus chord. Now I like to do it in second inversion, where the third of that F chord is the melody. So if this is the F chord, you got the 1, 3, 5. So I just invert it. So now we got the 3, 5, 1, and I invert it one more time. So 5, 1, 3, and then this is the melody note. And the reason why this is a sus chord because this chord has no third in it. The 4 replaces the third. So this is the third right here. So if I was to use the third, then this would obviously make it a dominant 7 chord, but we are replacing that third with the 4. And that's how we get a sus chord. All right. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be playing the voice in. I'm gonna just play this in all 12 keys. Try to get this under my fingers in all 12 keys using the circle of fourths. The circle of fourths is C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and back to C. Alright, gonna be a 5-minute stretch. Not gonna use a metronome. I'll try that another day. So, alright, let's get into it. Alright, 5 minutes, here we go. So key of C. So we got G7 or G sus to C. You have 4 reps. Alright, key of F major. The C is the 5. We got B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so key of E flat. Alright, next is E flat, the B flat. Next is E flat. Alright, B flat is gonna be a 5 chord. We got A flat over that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's E flat. Alright, next key is B flat. Ooh, I skipped B. Did I skip B flat? Let me start from top. I'm tripping. Alright, so C, we got G to C. Okay, good. Alright, next key is F. C is the 5. Okay. Next we got B flat. Yeah, I did skip B flat. Alright, B flat. F is the 5. So E flat is below the 5. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we go to E flat, where B flat is the 5, and that's A flat over B flat. There we go. Alright, that was key E flat. Now we're going to key of A flat. E flat is the 5. We got a D flat major. Let's see. Okay, that was A flat. Alright, so key of A flat. D flat is next, and A flat is the 5. We'll play G flat over the 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that was D flat. Now we're going to key of G flat, where D flat is the 5, and we got a B over the 5. Let's see what it sounds like if I go to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Next up, we are in a key of B, where F sharp is the 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. That was key of B. Now we're moving on to the key of E. Key of E, where B is the 5, and we got A below that. So 2, 3, 4. Alright. That was the key of E. Now we're moving on to key of A, where E is the 5, and we're going to have a D over that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, that was key of A. Now moving on to key of D, where A is the 5, and a whole step below A is the G. That was key of D. Now moving on to key of G, where D is the 5, and a C below that. So keep the 3rd. And 1 extra 1, and back to C. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. All in all, that was, let me see, that was solid. That was solid. Let me see something. I like that voicing. I like that voicing too. I need to play around with that more. Anyway, all right, well, yeah. All in all, hey, that was fun.